I got one. I already got one. I already got one. I already got one. If you don't take it, I'll come and give it to you. I can end my speech by one sentence. I'm glad I came here. That's all. I don't have to say anything more. Because most of the things, what I had taught, was so nicely expressed by Maharaj. You all must have heard about the word HNI. Banking people will know what HNI means. Huh? Maharaj is saying we're all high net worth individuals. We're all wealthy. He said that. Did you remember him saying that? We're all wealthy. He was saying that. And we're all fortunate souls, he said. Did you remember saying that? Can you put this on the screen for 1 second and then come back to that? Put it on the screen 1 second. He said we're all fortunate souls. How many of you heard that when Maharaj said that? What does it say there? How does it translate when you say Bhagavan Jeev in English? Fortunate soul. That's what it says. Who are those fortunate souls? At least 4 or 5 you can identify. Can you close up, zoom it to the picture? At least 4 or 5 or 6 you should be able to identify, no? Isn't it? 1 or 2, or at least 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Who made their life fortunate? Who made their life fortunate? And they made our life fortunate. What they did? They made our life. Go a little bit above. There's some message in the bottom. Just a little bit above. Just no. Go. Just some more. That's the end of it. Okay. So can somebody read it? How do we become fortunate soul? Can somebody read it?
Hare Krishna family get together.
That's what's happening right now here. That's what it is.
Loving exchanges.
Yes.
Dancing Kirtan.
Yes.
Bhoga, Arati, and Pushpanjali for Guru Vrinda.
What is the meaning of Guru Vrinda? Like you say Bhakta Vrinda. What is the meaning of Guru Vrinda? All those pictures there, no, all those people in the picture, they are Guru Vrinda. A group of people who are fortunate, giving their life to make other people's life fortunate. Fortunate people making more fortunate people. They are the Gurus. Guru means I am fortunate and I want to make your life fortunate. And next.
Vintage videos.
What is vintage videos? What does the word vintage means? At least 25, 30 years back, those videos taken. So we have few videos. You can't believe how these people danced in those days. Amazing dances are there. Dublin, Barcelona, some places in Russia where I can't pronounce the name, some places like that in Russia. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, Ravanath Swami Maharaj, Sachinandan Maharaj, Jayapataka Maharaj. Unbelievable. So, in Golaka they say, Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanam Api Vamsi Priya Sakhi. Every word is a song. Every step is a dance. And half a minute does not move. Satchit Anand. Another interesting thing Maharaj said. He said spiritual master. You know, if you want to use WhatsApp, your mobile must have WhatsApp, right? Otherwise, how do you cannot do that? If you want to connect, if you want to connect WhatsApp, you must have the device. You must have the equipment for WhatsApp connection, right? If you say you have a spiritual master, what does it mean? You have the device to connect with him spiritually. With an ordinary phone, you cannot connect to WhatsApp. You can't do that because it's not meant for that. So what is meaning having spiritual master means? Now you have the equipment, your senses, to connect spiritually to another person who is also spiritually connected, who is also spiritually connected, who is also spiritually connected. Quite some time ago, our senses were not spiritually connected. After initiation, our senses must begin getting spiritually connected. So I have a spiritual master means, like if I say I'm using WhatsApp means I have an equipment in which I can connect to the WhatsApp. So spiritual life means your senses can spiritually connect with that person who is also spiritually connected. That is called Kadamba. We have nothing more to look forward in our life than to spiritually connect. So that very nicely, people, give this one life. We have lived for hundreds and millions of lifetimes. Give this one life. There's no loss or diminution in this process. Everything is said. There's nothing left. Amazing. Sachidanand means not that you have some gap in between and you are in trouble for some time and then you become happy, then you are in trouble for some time and then that's not Sachidanand. Without break. So in a Vaishnava calendar, where is the day that you don't celebrate? In a Vaishnava calendar, there's no day you don't celebrate. Can you go back to Maharaj's life? It's more chronological, not so what Maharaj spoke about. It's more chronological. If you have not read that before, now we can read it and you can. Somebody can read. Read nicely.
Born on April 12, 1953, in Amsterdam, near Amsterdam, Netherlands. Joined ISKCON's Krishna Balaram Mandir in Vrindavan in 1978. Early services in ISKCON. Served in various managerial roles at Krishna Balaram Mandir. Became temple president from 1990 to 1995. Member of the Mayapur Administrative Council 1985 to 1990. Oversaw construction of Srila Prabhupada's Pushpa Samadhi Mandir in Mayapur. Sannyasa and spiritual leadership. Took sannyasa initiation in 1997 from His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami. Initiating Guru, became an initiating spiritual master in 2001. Initiated around 1,000 disciples across the globe. Global outreach and impact. South Africa 1995 to 2023. Strong support from local African devotees. Initiated Sovita Radhiyatna. Belgium, Radhadesh, frequent visits and faculty at Bhaktivedanta College, and also leads annual King's Day Festival Harinam. Led and saved new Brajamandala form in Spain 2000-2008. Recorded over 100 Kirtan albums to support ISKCON projects. Kadamba Kanana Swami authored several books such as Nothing But the Holy Name, Words of the Public Hermit, Devotional Service, Wonderful Krishna, and several other books. Maharaj called for personal service on March 10, 2023.
What book Maharaj mentioned in this lecture? Some 3 layers, some huh? Deep dive. Can I get a copy, please? Okay. So, how many of you heard this information first time? Please raise your hand. This information. How many of you heard for the first time? Ah. Okay. Keep it a minute. Do you think it is worth reading it? Not just today. I'm not saying just today. Is it worth reading and remembering it? Even though it is only describes his birth and his lifetime and all that. What he spoke about is very different, but I'm saying this is what you find in the website. You know, you can know a person by his name, you can know a person by his face, you can know a person by his service, but you get to know a person more by his books. What do you say? You can know him by name, by face. Many popular names are there, we hear the names. Sometimes we recognize the face. Profession, right? And if it's written book, you read the book. So we have to read those books. This is introduction to Maharaj. But if you read his books, then you really know him. And if you follow the book, you live with him. What? You really know him when you read the books, and if you follow it, you. So how many great Vaishnavas you want to live with? Only one? You want to live with only one great one. Of the 6 Goswamis, which Goswami you want to live with? Of the 12 Maharajas, which Maharajan you want to live with? Huh? So how much lifetimes you need for that? There is one devotee, Haridas Thakur Das. He conducted an exhibition in Chitrakala Parishad on the side where the temple is. That was for a week. Did anybody come to know about that Haridas Thakur Das exhibits about Srila Prabhupada? Nobody came to see that. How many of you know the meaning of this? Praptasya Kalyana Guna Arnavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravindam. Carefully think about the words. Praptasya Kalyana Guna Arnavasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravindam. What is the general meaning? You can look at the Vaishnava song book, I don't mind. What does it mean? We sing it, right? Don't we sing that? When we sing that song? When? Right? You know, you can be Bera Munga even though you can speak and hear. Because you don't hear it. You sing but you don't hear it. That also Maharaj said. Many things he said which I wanted to say. So what is the meaning of this sentence? Praptasya Kalyana Gunarnavasya Mande Guru Sri Charanara. What is the meaning? What is Arnava? Guna Arnava. Kalyana Guna Arnava. That is Vaishnava. Mahaprabhu is called Guna Nidhi. Kota Gela. Prabhu. Where I will get such a person? Kota Gela Prabhu. So Maharaj is saying, why we have to stay in a nasty place, contaminated place? Why can't we move to a better place? So death is an opportunity to leave the nasty place and go to a better place. What is death? Death is an opportunity to nasty place, but you have to book your ticket. You have to. For that he said, what did he say? All those things he said. You have to do. Otherwise you can't leave this place. So why associate with only one Vaishnava? Vandeham, Sri Guru, Sri Yuttapada Kamalam, Sri Gurun. Why Guru and Gurun? Why both? Why not only Guru? I have my bead bag. I have an altar in my home. I have my Guru. Say that. I have my bead bag. I have home altar. I have my Guru. What more do I need? How many of you are Karmakan Maharaj disciple? Why others are here, Prabhu? Why others are here? I have my bead bag, I have my home altar, I have my Guru. Now what others are doing here? I want to know. Why are they not satisfied? Why are they coming here? Kalyana Guna, you, whichever way you look at it, everybody represented Kalyana Guna. Every one of them represent that. Because it is ocean, here's so much, here's so much, here's so much, here's so much, here's so much. That is Krishna conscious life. Association with people who have that transcendental ocean of qualities. Of course, when we chant Gauranga Nityananda, the purpose is to, they are the, you know, it is said there is like a keeping a big storehouse of valuable things and breaking the door open and giving it to everybody, whether they have qualification or no qualification. Maharaj said, if you are a dacoit, bring more dacoits, he said. So we have to do it every day. Every day is a festival. But how to see it like that? How to see it like that? Therefore, we pray. Please let me see you as a Vaishnava. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhyata patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnava. Let me see as a Vaishnava. Maharaj said, Bhakti begets Bhakti. There's no other way. You associate with material modes, you get people of that material mode. You associate with Satchidananda mode, you get people of that mode. It's your choice. How you want to live your life. There's no material obstacles in devotional life. No people have a cross sometimes on the chain. Jesus Christ was nailed on the cross. There are two ways of looking at it. One is, we can actually think he suffered. We can think he suffered. So if you think he suffered, why are you wearing it? You should not wear it. If you think he suffered, why you are wearing? Why you want to remind yourself about Jesus Christ suffering? You don't want to remind yourself. But the fact is, he forgave the people who did that to him. That means he didn't suffer. So you must be like that. You must be able to forgive people. Then you won't suffer. Our suffering is we don't forgive anybody. We neither forgive nor forget. Oh, we can't do that. We don't forgive and you don't forget. Then you have to suffer. If you forgive and forget, there's no suffering. There is one thing not to commit offense. And what is the opposite of that? not to take offense. What is the opposite? One thing, we should not commit offense. Another thing is, we should not take offense if something goes wrong. That is forgive and forget. So I'm very happy. Now there is another opportunity. This was taken from a display that is going to be shown on the May 1st. We have an elaborate arrangement for showing every guru's qualities like this. This part of that. This was taken from that. That will be on display. You can come and see who are all the people you don't know and what is their life. Many of you raised your hand saying that you didn't know this. There are 36, 38 such, what we call as the profile. Profile of each person, this one profile. Actually, this profile is in bullet points, so that you can have a bigger font, easy to read, even if you're 6 feet away, 7 feet away. You can easily read it in bullet points. But everything is there in that. Like that, at least 38, 39 profiles are there. You will need more than an hour just there to read, more than 1 hour to read all that. I hope you won't miss any one of them, because it is as good as one you saw there. And if you're in too much of a hurry, take a picture. Take it with you. Make good use of the mobile. Take a picture. Because you have to have time for dancing kirtan. That is also there 3 times. Can you show that bottom of that Bhagavanji? It's a family event. It's an ISKCON family event. How many of us were very fond of going to weddings? ये काका का मामा है, मामा का वो है, वो लड़की के साथ ये है, इनके ये लड़का का उनके साथ शादी हो रहा है. Weddings are planned in the wedding house. What? Weddings are planned where? In the wedding house. So Vaishnava Association is planned where Vaishnavas come. Next opportunity for association. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, all served. We can send the menu also. And if you don't come, we'll send you the bill. Because making the prasadam for you, if you don't come, you have to pay the bill. So, it's my good fortune I came here today. And what was in my heart was poured out by Maharaj. Poured out. I was talking about Haridas Thakur Das. His exhibition about Prabhupada. We have a copy of that. This Kalyana Guna Arnava, these qualities are expressed by Prabhupada by his face in that book. He spent 8 years making those art. 8 years he spent. Imagine, in the art form, is capturing Prabhupada's emotions. That is the meaning of Praptasya Kalyana, Guna Arnavasya. And if you look very closely, those disciples of Prabhupada, they all carry. So, in my body, if I'm not conscious of one part of my body, it is called paralyzed. What? Prabhupada said, ISKCON is my body. What did he say? And his disciples are part and parcel. His disciples are. If you don't know some of them, then the body is. So don't say I don't know them. Here is an opportunity to come and know them. It's an opportunity to come and it took a month to prepare this. 8 people were involved in it, even though they were working and all that. It's such a loving offering to all others. Please come and get the benefit. You can join from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. anytime. You will get the same taste. You will get the same ecstasy. You will get the same thing. Very flexible. Left to your choice. As much as you want, you can have that experience. I'm very, very happy Prabhuji called me here to come. And I was very happy to come. And I'm very happy to stay with you. And very happy to extend this invitation to you. Kindly come and bless us. Hare Krishna. There is one small thing you may have to do. You may have to get the Google link and fill it up and send it so that we know how many people we have to get ready to welcome. Make the arrangements. Hare Krishna, Dhanyavad.
Krishna, His Grace, Bhakti Vijay Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for sharing points from the last lecture and welcome this campus. Thank you, Prabhuji. Now, we request His Grace Harichand Prabhuji. And then, who usually we do some changes.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Swami Namaste Sarjapur So I just remember of one incident where I personally got been witness of a very amazing transcendental realization. So when I was coming in the car, like we're discussing with Yugal Kishore Prabhu, and I was telling that I've not met Maharaj or had much of association and all. So then in the course of discussion, I remembered like once we had gone for a yatra and we went to Puri, and then later we had been to Mayapur. And in Mayapur, Maharaj was giving a class, and he was telling that this material life is like a ocean, and people play games in the ocean. So when the waves come, they jump and then go above the waves and things like that. So and he was telling that waves keep coming, and you cannot escape all the waves, or you cannot handle all the waves. So only way to handle this is you have to walk out of the ocean. So you have to stop the game and walk out of the ocean. And we were all startled because just before that in Jagannath Puri, all our devotees, we were playing the exact same game. And I don't know how many of you know Raspberry Poo and Ami Mother Poo. You were there, na? Or Atichandra Poo was there. So who was the one who who jumped and who went inside and Ami Mother Poo or Ami Mother Poo? So we literally lost him actually. And then so then when we after that somehow we rescued. And when Maharaj was speaking about this point in the class, it was so startling and so touching actually. So I just was remembering, this one interaction with Maharaj, and all the instructions that Maharaj gave, during the class was very, very amazing. And we were even thinking that, we will, make all our boys to hear, these set of lectures, and it's very nice actually. So I pay my respects to Maharaj, and I'm very grateful that Maharaj has left, behind some nice disciples here to serve in this wonderful congregation. I'm very grateful. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So, we are just points. And next we request His Grace Subir Gopal Sabuji to kindly open this.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. It is mentioned Jaya Sri Chaitanya Chandra Bhakta Chandra Gana Savara Premo Jasnaya Ujjvala Tribhuvana. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying that yes, Gaura Chandra, he is the full moon, he is a Akalanka. And apart from that, he has also many moons. That's why our Giriraj Swami Maharaj also has written this beautiful book called Many Moons. We are so fortunate to be showered with the causeless mercy of so many wonderful disciples of Srila Prabhupada, or grand disciples of Srila Prabhupada, who have given us so much. And especially His Holiness Kadamba Swami Maharaj, we cannot glorify him enough. Like especially his spiritual master Jayadev Swami Maharaj, he speaks that how Maharaj was a Brahmana, he was a Kshatriya, he was a Sannyasi, all together. The kind of hardships you went through in Vrindavan or in different projects, it's inconceivable. Right now we go to, let's say, Mayapur or Vrindavan, it's kind of so much polished. But when he came down, and how there were ruffians, gundas, even in some temple, right, and how he really so bravely, so courageously, even his life risking events, right? But still he stood through all the events and he really protected ISKCON. He's such a strong follower of Srila Prabhupada. He always says that, whenever I'm in Vrindavan, I go to Prabhupada house and I see the letter. Because this is how Prabhupada is given to all of us, that we should read. We should 15th September 2022, instructions. A very nice class. I think we just saw a glimpse of it. It's a wonderful class. Initially, he talks about how he is so fond of the two lions of Srila Prabhupada. He says that how these lions are so majestic. Yes, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur is Simhaguru, Prabhupada is Simhaguru, and his lion-like disciples, they are also Simhas who go out and preach so bravely. At one point of time, he was also talking about one fault of Srila Prabhupada. He's saying what to do. And I am also a fault finder, and I am finding one fault of Srila Prabhupada. And I am saying that yes, the fault of Srila Prabhupada is that he was always thinking big. He always thinking grand, and then nothing small. And he expects us also to carry forward that fault. That's what Maharaj was always telling. That all the followers of Srila Prabhupada, you should carry forward this fault also with you. That how you should never think anything small. You should always think big. Right? Somehow we are very fortunate to have some association of Maharaj during my early days of Krishna consciousness in Germany. I guess that was 31st December 2002. It's in Simachalam in Germany. And especially every year during end of December, they have a grand feast, grand festival. Once again, Maharaj is also very fond of festivals, because this is a Prabhupada, and in Vrindavan, there is always festival. There is a Nityotsav, and yes, and especially in that lecture also, 15th September lecture, Maharaj also talks about you should organize festivals, because that's why we can really relish Krishna consciousness, not just follow Krishna consciousness, right? Yes, we're having that grand festival during that point of time, and Maharaj was really doing ecstatic kirtan, and all the Germans, all the Europeans, they were literally flying on the ceiling. And it was so ecstatic. And of course, I knew a little bit of Kartal 1, 2, 3, and Maharaj was doing his ecstatic kirtan. And I literally was, while doing dancing kirtan, Maharaj was going around. I was also doing 1, 2, 3. Maharaj was signaling. And then finally I gave up. I handed over the kartal to somebody else. Right? Then I realized what is the enthusiasm of Maharaj, what is the ecstasy of Maharaj. He literally wants everybody to fly, right? Not really just be happy with 1, 2, 3. Right? So yes, I was remembering another instruction of Maharaj when he talks about grandfather, great grandfather. Similarly, we are also carrying forward the legacy of our parampara. And Srila Prabhupada has given this parampara to us, with some will. And I am also carrying forward that same will to all of you. What he has given, anybody knows? Maharaj says, I am giving in my will the responsibility. The responsibility to take forward this movement. Right? Like as we are hearing from Bhaktivinoda Prabhu also, it's not that like we just chant our rounds. Maharaj said, yeah, I'll be happy if you continue to chant your 16 rounds. I'm taking care of the vows. But then, right, at the same time, I have also so many disciples. If you want me to remember, all your names, you have to do something positive, not negative. Maharaj was saying that how, right, like, all, like, the Prabhupada disciples, this is their expectation. This is their, instruction to all of us, that how we can carry forward this movement that Prabhupada has created. And Maharaj was saying that it's not only that we just, destroy it, whatever Prabhupada has created, or just keep it as it is, but we grow with that enthusiasm, that we have seen in our spiritual masters, in Srila Prabhupada. And that's why we can say that we carry really forward the legacy, and we are the true followers of the movement. Yes, so there are unlimited glories of Maharaj, but yes, these are the days, we always remember, Maharaj Kirtan, Maharaj Katha, and Maharaj, so wonderful disciples like, Swami Bhagavan Kesav Swami Maharaj, and so many others, who have really inspired a lot, especially they are really nourishing still, every day, every moment, in our hearts. So we are very grateful to Maharaj for always, every day, every moment, inspiring us with his wonderful Katha Kirtan and through his disciples. His name is Kadamba Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Let us chant loudly once to thank Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for wonderfully sharing points and the precious words that you have said to us. And Prabhuji always teaches through his words and the enthusiasm through which he speaks, that is like silent, emotion.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशिता। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। It's a great fortune that we are here today and hearing the glories of His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Maharaj. There are many qualities, and I wanted to just highlight few of them. And the first quality that was mentioned is about kindness. And especially he also mentioned what it means to be kind. He mentioned in his class that one has to extend himself for the benefit of other person. One has to give his own time. One has to give his own energy for the benefit of other person. And not only that, he said that, in fact, he also extended that quality, and he mentioned that all of you are here, but I am always with you. You are thick and thin. I am always there as an instrument to inspire you, whether we are here or whether we are there, and I am waiting all of you there. That shows that the kindness that he is carrying from this world to the another world, and which we do not have idea. But the person who is connected to the Supreme Lord, he knows what the other word is that, and that is our window, that is our channel, that is a kindness. Maharaj is actually talking about. There are two examples. One is in Stockholm. Maharaj was in a center, and there was one elderly Mataji was sitting in the corner on the chair, and Maharaj showing his kindness, going personally and asking that Mataji, how are you and how she is doing. And that Mataji was mentioning that Maharaj's eyes was actually showing the compassion that the genuine spiritual personality will actually show. That is the kindness that Maharaj was actually exhibiting. Another example, Maharaj was in another center where there was one person, just like when we have new person coming to the center, and when we have that person, we always go and talk to the personality, that's the person who is giving a class. And this person, he said, am I making a great blunder here by going and meeting this spiritual personality? And the devotees pushed him from back, and he directly went to Maharaj and he asked, can you accept me? And Maharaj, without saying anything, yes, I accept you. And that is the kindness and the greatness of His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj ki. Such a wonderful, and that the devotee narrates that story, that afterwards it took us some time, of course, because Maharaj was very kindly guiding him, and eventually he took initiation from Maharaj and become a disciple of Maharaj. That is the kindness of Maharaj. Another thing, Maharaj, you would have also seen his class, that he never gives up. And His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj narrate the story when Maharaj was going through this such a difficult challenges situation, especially I think since 2015, 2016, when the first time it was diagnosed that Maharaj's health is not well. That time, Sachinandan Swami Maharaj said that, Maharaj, I think your health is deteriorating. You should give some time for your body. And in fact, even today, His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj was saying that, Maharaj, it is okay if you don't chant. And you know what Maharaj's response was? That, Maharaj, please don't give me that instruction. I want to chant the name of Lord Hari. That is the never give up. And Sachinandan Swami Maharaj says that when Maharaj said to His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj that it's okay, you can take care of body. And Maharaj's response was that he shrugged up his shoulders and he said that it is the duty of the body to give troubles, but it is the duty of Vaishnava to serve and engage in the service of Lord Sri Krishna. And he said that as long as body is there, it does its duty, but as a Vaishnava, my duty is to chant the name of Lord Hari. And that is His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj. And Sachinanda Swami Maharaj says that why he was actually so fixed and perseverance in his chanting and services, because he had a very deep taste. And we were hearing that the kind of realization that Maharaj had is not from this world, obviously. And his taste for the chanting of the holy name and his taste for the kirtan is amazing, that it shows that what it means to be person from the spiritual abode. Maharaj also gave a lot of emphasis on the book distribution. And one of his class, he was mentioning that Srila Prabhupada was talking in his conversation, and he said he has a Krishna book in his hand. He said that if you read this Krishna book, you will actually become a pure devotee. Then Srila Prabhupada, is very merciful. He always gives discount after discount after discount. He said that if you just read one chapter of this Krishna book, you become a pure devotee. And Srila Prabhupada continues, if just read half of one page of this book, you will become a pure devotee. If you read the half page, you will become a pure devotee. Just read one line from this, become a pure devotee. And Maharaj instructed the audience, and that is why we should go and read Srila Prabhupada's book. And not only that you should read Srila Prabhupada's books, he said that one must go and distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. If you take that risk, you are sure to become a pure devotee. And that's Maharaj's instruction for all of us. And the next is that Maharaj said, let there be festivals. Today we also heard in a class. He said, this is the opportunity that we should always arrange big festivals. And each festival has the opportunity to bring many people to Krishna consciousness. And not only that, he said that, and today's class was so deep and profound. He said that and if you are attentive, that he said that we have to continue these festivals where in the spiritual world, and he has given invitation for all of us, as His Grace Bhaktivinoda Prabhuji was saying that, but we have to book a ticket for that. It is up to us how we book a ticket. But Maharaj has given an open invitation for all of us. I am waiting there, and we will continue these festivals, not only this earthly planet, but this universe, but that place from where yet gatva na nivartate tadadhama paramama. Once we go there, we will never come back. And that is the open invitation from His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj. And just couple of more things. Maharaj, personal instruction, he said that, what would you like me to do with my life? Maharaj said that if somebody asks me this question, and my answer will be very simple, make a new devotees. And he said that if each one of you make a 10 devotee in your life, and in fact on that audience day, that day the audience were around 500 devotees. He said that if each one of you make 10 devotees, imagine how many devotees we will be having. 5,000. And if everyone multiply by 10 into 10 into 10, this chain will actually go. And that is the mood of a spiritual personality. And I was just going through the Maharaj, one of the book is that devotional service. It's a very wonderful quote, and I will end with that. He says, when we go through the difficulties in this material world, we start to realize that this is not the really nice place, as Prabhuji was also mentioning. Then we get the devotee's mercy, and we develop a desire to go back to Godhead. But the challenge is that how can we sustain this desire? And Maharaj gave an answer. And what is that? Devotional service to Lord Sri Krishna. And finally, he gave a very golden word. Wherever there is a Krishna, wherever there is a service to Krishna, there will be always victory in the spiritual practices. And that is the golden word that Maharaj has given. Wherever there is a devotional service to Krishna, there is always victory on our spiritual path. So today, it is our fortune that we had opportunity to see through our naked eyes a spiritual personality coming from the Vaikuntha, from the Goloka Dham, and was with us, like us, having the body like us. But of course, his consciousness was different. And that personality with us has given an open invitation for all of us. Let's go back from where we will never come back. And that is the place we must be striving. And that is the place we should be trying to achieve that place. And that will be, of course, with the mercy of His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj and our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
It is time for music by Navani chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. We also thank Prabhuji because his unique style of teaching and its simplicity speaks more than the words. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. And also Prabhuji is a brother, is not well. So one question that send once one more time. Prabhuji's brothers take it from me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. A very small revelation, 15 seconds. People coming after the 10 books of Maharaj being written, I randomly picked one book, and for one book, I randomly chose 4 lines, 2 days before the reading, and those were the lines of this devotional service and victory of the service. Thank you so much. Now, the big question is based on the Krishna Prabhuji, yes, and this and we wrote this book.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते कादम्ब स्वामी नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकाले ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. His Holiness Kadamba Swami Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Sadhu Sivan Prabhu, for organizing this program. You're the only disciple of his in the city. So obviously you had nobody else to help you directly as a disciple, but obviously you got the help of many others to stage this program. Now, yeah. They only did? You didn't do anything? Yeah, it's a great pleasure to be here amongst all devotees and glorifying Maharaj. Yesterday when Prabhuji called me, Prabhu, can you come to the program? So I was thinking, well, Kadamba Swami Maharaj, most of us are not much association because Maharaj is pretty reserved and unfortunate I would say that we don't have much association. But I had 3 associations with Maharaj and all of them very special. The first time I met Maharaj was in Mayapur and that was also very nice. The second time I met Maharaj was in Dubai, in the house of one of the devotees, and Maharaj as usual was doing ecstatic kirtans, full energy and full power. The room wasn't very big, maybe 1/3 the size of this room, and maybe 30-40 devotees were packed in that room, and Maharaj was doing ecstatic kirtans, and I and some of us were on the front, just Maharaj doing kirtan, and just maybe 5-6 feet away, dancing to his kirtans. So it was very ecstatic and very enjoyable, very powerful. And after that, after the kirtans, Maharaj came to us so humbly. Like Maharaj was such a great personality, and he comes so humbly to us and talking to us. So Maharaj is so great and special. The last time I met Maharaj was in Vrindavan. I think by that time he was already well diagnosed with the disease, and I and my good friend ISKCON Prabhu, we went to Maharaj in Vrindavan. He was in Vrindavan, and he was in MBT, one of the rooms in MBT. So and along with him, Maharaj was Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj also. So Guru and disciple sitting together and talking to each other, and we went in, requested his servants to allow us to in, and they said, okay, you will come in. So both of us went, and I think we got 15-20 minutes talking to Maharaj and Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj also. And that was very, very heart-to-heart talking. He was always very unassuming, very simple, very down to earth, and always means you never got any airs around Maharaj, being such a great personality. So it was very special to interact with Maharaj in these few occasions. And also that, it's that Falena Parichayate, the fruit of a tree is the right indication of the quality of the tree. So his disciple Sadhu Sevan Prabhu is definitely a very good disciple, and from here we can understand the greatness of Maharaj, and which is very, very special. We have known Sadhu Sevan Prabhu many years in Dubai and here also in Bangalore. And as I was hearing the lecture of Maharaj, I thought I'll take some points, and I noted it just to repeat once again the importance of all those instructions. One of the things is a firm commitment to Krishna. Okay, and we can see from actually Maharaj's life is a living example. Sometimes when I chant and my mind is drifting here and there, and we try many stunts to bring the mind back. But one of the stunts that work very well is that if you tell yourself today is my last day in life, then you are shocked, and it can be. You never know how many days you have. And obviously there will be a last day in life anytime. And is it 10 years down the line, or 5 years down the line, or 20 years down, there will be a last day. So when I tell myself it's the last day in my life, I get a little shocked, and for some time the chanting gets better. But that was one thing. I was looking at the lecture of Maharaj and his persona, and it was clear that Maharaj is facing death, which everybody has to face. The greatest test of everything, and the test that nobody can leave, nobody can miss, is the test of death. And as Maharaj speaks, I think he was not very far away from his disappearance. And 6 months, huh? So it was that same feeling of urgency that comes. And that urgency is what is most important. Because we have so many agendas in our life, so many things to do, so many to-do lists we have. But which is urgent? Which is urgent? That is what that takes. Sometimes the urgent things that we think are not the main things. So that's what he's telling, the urgency of Krishna consciousness. And that was also, I went to my Guru Maharaj Vyasa Pooja in Mayapur, and Guru Maharaj, Sri Jayapataka Swami Maharaj also coming to that urgency of Krishna consciousness, urgency of taking bhakti in our life. That is something which Maharaj was really driving us on. Okay, so, and he said, you have the real wealth, hold it close. Means if you have millions of dollars, you'll not throw it in the dustbin, or you have a gold coin or something very spacious. What you'll do? You'll keep it close. You'll hold it close. So he's telling that this Krishna consciousness that we have, hold it close. Don't let it slip. Don't take it so lightly, basically. Chant every day and hear every day. Yeah, so that is something very important. And chanting and hearing, as his Guru Maharaj Jayapataka Swami said, that it was so difficult to chant, but he was chanting. And obviously he was chanting because it was important, more important than anything else in life. That's why I said, don't give me this order, because I want to chant, because that's the only thing I can do. And the only one thing I want to do. And Maharaj is a living example of that principle. Celebrate life in the spiritual world where all of us could be together. No, it is a possibility that Maharaj is giving, and is giving over an invitation. And as Bhaktivinoda Prabhu said, you have to buy the ticket. How do you buy the ticket? Prabhu's got a few tickets in his hand. I'll come and take one, Prabhu. So, blissful world ahead. Life is short. Give it to Srila Prabhupada. He is promising a blissful world, because obviously seeing it. And he's seeing the path to it. And give it, life is short, give it to Srila Prabhupada. So give it, because we got one life, give it. It will be worth it. Stay with words and memories. So you have good memories and good words spoken by various acharyas. Stay with them. Waiting for you at another end to receive you. He's telling that I'm waiting there. I'm not gone away. For some time, I'm going to a different world, but I'm there to receive you if you can. Take the ticket and come. Stay on path and don't get lost. The festival of Krishna, the festival unlimited glowing love. That's how he ended actually. So the festival unlimited glowing love. That is Krishna consciousness. That is what Kadamba Swami Maharaj is telling us. That is the main message of Srila Prabhupada. And that is what is Krishna consciousness. Thank you. Thank you again, Sadhu Sivan Prabhu, for organizing this and giving us the opportunity to come together and remember Kadamba Swami Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you so much for this amazing question. This is time and accepting our request on very short notice. Most of us will know Pooja has been known for his tribal teaching with his way is Bhakti Maharaj. And we have personally seen Pooja and Mataji giving their time movement. For a very small example, in precious 15 seconds, it's like during Ramadan month, there's a one day, almost 4 days in Dubai. So, Pooja and Mataji every day cooks for almost 50, 60, 70 people. And in 1 month, they got entire sense of complete security. And they do it selflessly without taking any for themselves. And it is so much messages. Let me request our dear experience and people in Pooja. This is actually
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Kadam Kanana Swami Nitinamine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. For such a wonderful occasion, Smriti Vyasa Pooja of Kanana Swami Maharaj. And so nice to see so many senior devotees have come to our center. It's a great bliss, great opportunity to serve. So I was traveling from HBR layout to this place. So while coming in the car, I was thinking something I should write in glorification of Maharaj. And to keep it short, I made an acronym, Kadamba. It's K, Kirtan lover. Maharaj is a Kirtan lover. I don't think I need to describe such amazing Kirtans. You can just get lost in that Kirtan if you hear. Kirtan lover. Anyways, I can describe more on every point, but then I would like to keep it short. A, absorption in service. I was hearing a very love-filled offering of Maharaj Gurudev, the Jaya Advait Swami Maharaj, in something called as KKS Tributes. It's there on Maharaj's channel. So, very beautifully, Jaya Advait Swami Maharaj, Guru Maharaj of Kanana Swami Maharaj, he is glorifying Maharaj and he is saying that he has so much of taste for chanting the holy names. Spiritual master is glorifying the disciple like this. And then he also said, when you chant the holy names, you request for service. And he's always absorbed in service. The spiritual master is glorifying like this. And also, if you all notice, so Maharaj is one of the devotees from the second generations. And he became the initiating spiritual master so soon. And he did the service so wonderfully, initiating so many disciples all over the world. That's the absorption in service. Many, many services he did. You can go on listing, I'm sure, in the introduction, other things you might have seen already. That's A. D, dedicated to Srila Prabhupada. So Maharaj was serving as the temple president in Vrindavan for some time. And at that time, there were some devotees, they were seniors at that time, and they were coming to give different discourses there. But at the same time, one thing that they were doing is they were going to Gaudiya Math to associate with some people, and they had some plans of shifting there. And Kadamba Maharaj at that time was Kadamba Prabhu, was very heavy, and he stood that Prabhupada never wanted this. He stood. And this is described by His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj. So he was telling in his offering that this is how strong Maharaj is, that he stood there even when they were seniors. No, you cannot do that. Prabhupada, yes, dedicated man. A, an example. I don't know how many of you know. So Maharaj was an exemplary Grihastha devotee in Vrindavan. Obviously, Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj, he was describing when he was a Grihastha. Amazingly executing devotional service, full time, he and his wife. So Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj was talking to Jaya Advait Maharaj and he was asking, why nowadays Grihasthas are not taking sannyas? What's the problem? I think you all have to answer. So at that time, Jaya Advait Maharaj said, very soon, one of my disciples is going to take sannyas. And Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj was very happy. Who is that? And he pointed to Maharaj and he said, look at that Kadamba Prabhu. He is going to take sannyas. And Maharaj was very, very happy. Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj was very, very happy. And he went on describing the glories at that time. So this is an example, very nicely transitioning from one ashram to another. And I'm sure, following the footsteps of Maharaj, his wonderful disciple will do the same. So Kadam, manager. See, when someone has so much of absorption in service and kirtan and other things, at the same time, to be a manager was a very, very wonderful thing, very, very balanced thing. And Maharaj was handling Vrindavan temple. For us, it's very easy, go for 3 days, 3 nights or 7 days, stay there and look at everything and very nice, this is good, that is going to come back. But then it's not easy, when there's so many visitors around, it's not easy, to manage the temple. And Maharaj was doing that, he was managing entire Vrindavan temple. And so many other places, so many other places. B, Bhakti ambassador, missionary, going around to different places, including South Africa, Australia, and so many other places, and preaching the message of Krishna consciousness, initiating devotees. and helping them to get closer to Krishna. Such an amazing personality. And finally, he taught us art of transferring to another world. I previously write it as art of dying, but that doesn't suit for such a great personality. That's obviously for us, yes. But then he taught us how to leave this body. In such a difficult situation, he was in Vrindavan, and we were fortunate to get his darshan. Obviously, we couldn't get to talk to him, but then we could get his darshan. Blissful face, and going around in the temple, talking to devotees, and blissful, and passing the bliss to others. And the lecture that was played, so Maharaj is very clear about transferring oneself to another world, and he's waiting. He's waiting. So this is a small acronym that I made, CADAM. And obviously one more thing that I would like to add is Maharaj gave us 2 gifts to Sarjapur Center. We have Sadhu Sevana Prabhu and Ati Sundari Mataji. So wonderful devotees. They're heading a sector with a good number of Bhakti Vrikshas and doing so many services. Last year they organized a Janmashtami in Bellandu with their team there. So wonderful, so very wonderful. And we can see, in fact, I was fortunate to be present in their second initiation in their home. It was online, and Maharaj was giving the Gayatri mantras, and I was also hearing. So it was nice to hear Maharaj's instructions that day as well. So on this auspicious day of Maharaj Smriti Vyasa Pooja, I beg and pray the lotus feet of Maharaj that he blesses me with deep, intense taste for chanting the holy names and the mode of service towards the lordships, with only one goal of pleasing them and nothing else. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
That is Swami and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are very fortunate to practice in Sarjapur Center. We are because of them. And he takes care of us like a father, like the parents do. Very, very small, very basic example. When I was calling the names of the devotee, I was including class. I don't think it's correct. People into class. We should call them, if they're then, not in class, and we call them. Like this, what I'm trying to say is, he's doing kind of like a father is, spiritual journey. Thank you for the visit. Let me now request this is Prashant Prabhuji. It is blessings that is in the words.
Rama Vishnu Padana, Vishnu Prasthana, Uttaran, Srimati Kadamba Maharaj, Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Actually, I told Sarjapur Prabhu, please don't call me. I came here to hear. Personally, we didn't have much association except once in Dubai, where Maharaj came. But few incidents I want to tell about his Guru Maharaj, Jayaditya Maharaj. Once Maharaj was coming to Abu Dhabi, we were asked to pick up Maharaj. So we were driving. Halfway through, Maharaj said, me and I was driving, other devotee was sitting next to me, Maharaj sitting back. Maharaj said, here is a number. This devotee was sitting next to me. He is from Abu Dhabi. Please take care of him. So gave the number. Next day we had an all program. Maharaj gave class. End of the class, he asked me, where is the devotee? We were looking up and up. We asked other devotee, where is he? We didn't bother to call the devotee. So next half an hour we had this peace of mind. I am saying, but this Jayaditya Maharaj, he was so eager to preach even in that stage. So after that I was hearing many of lectures of His Holiness Kadamba Maharaj. So one of the places also he says, do not waste even a single second. Many places says, so the human life so precious, and he has shown in his life example the last days also how precious is human life. So such a wonderful devotee and great Vaishnava. So we are good fortunate to hear about him. So thank you for giving us the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
This time, now we will Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So Guruji is something in South Bangalore temple, and he was the only devotee whom we knew when we joined here in Bangalore. So thank you so much for guiding us on those difficult times. Guruji is known for his simplicity and will always behind the scene. He is doing so many services in IBC temple, but we understand Guruji. Thank you so much Guruji for teaching us by Guruji. Now let me go on with today's round of Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. First of all, I am no one and not eligible at all to be here, but it is only through the little association I got with Maharaj for just couple of hours in 2019 that made me to be here. Actually, and before even I narrate the little association, I just wanted to offer my pranams to Maharaj and also the kind of small notes what I wrote for glorification. I personally call Maharaj as cool warrior. The reason is he has gone through a lot. And when I personally listen his lecture sitting next to him, Maharaj was actually narrating that story where that bullet was hit and then his liver pieces were all over, but he was crawling and he's crawling on the blood, and he just want to make sure that somehow if he can make the door open, then he can survive. And later he fell unconscious, and then somebody came and hospitalized Maharaj, and then all these things. So in spite of gone through such a very heavy experience, but always I, at least for personally, whenever I have heard Maharaj in his lectures and kirtans, it's always very, very cool, and as if nothing had happened. He is always lived in the present, not to worried about what exactly happened in the past, where he come back to Vrindavan and see who are there, like what to take care, like how to take revenge, or nothing like that. As if just like how Narada Muni took his experience as Krishna's mercy, similarly all the experiences what Maharaj had gone through, he took it as a mercy of Krishna and continued to make more devotees. So always I personally remember Maharaj as cool warrior. And also as Kartikeya Prabhu was pointing, it is very very technical and difficult topic to handle some devotees who are not with the Indian background and who have a tendency to hear the very high pastimes of Radha Krishna in terms of philosophy. And within ISKCON society, I personally believe that Kadamba Swami Maharaj is one such great soul and spiritual master who handles and presents the Radha Krishna pastimes very authentically, without deviating and also without getting into the flavor of so-called Sajya moment and all. I happen to hear some narrations of Maharaj. It's very professionally as per the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj is expertly presents his lectures. And the third one, just like, sorry Prabhu, if no offense, but generally I heard that Einstein brain was kept in museums and all. Similarly, when we used to attend Kirtan Melas in Mayapur back in 2012 and 2013, there is in front of Panchatattva, you can see one at the right side, left side wall, there is a windows with holes and all. So when Kadamba Maharaj was doing Kirtan, we tried to follow him, but our lungs were not supporting actually. The kind of dum he with his Hare Krishna like that, no? It's very difficult for us, and we are laughing and we are trying to follow Maharaj level of pitch, but it's not happening at all. So we are just came to our level and and sing at our own tunes. So among the rare devotees who are extremely capable and gifted by Srila Prabhupada to us, who inspire, I think most of us prior to me, whoever spoke, everybody narrated that they have very limited or momentary association with Maharaj. But what actually Maharaj worldwide is known primarily to the common public in ISKCON is through his kirtans. So out of those rare devotees like Aindra Prabhu, Maharaj, Niranjan Swami Maharaj, and all, these kirtaniyas, so Maharaj stays really in one among the rarest group of these kirtaniyas, certainly. I mean, I don't need to separately put a point there. And um, 1 minute please. Yes. Lastly, like I just want to mention what exactly like that Maharaj empowered me to bring here. It was in 2019 July August time that I just got 1 week time to travel to New York from here. So I just had some 4 hours left before I returned to my hotel, which is in New Jersey. So in New York, I was just trying to understand where should I go. My vice president suggested you go to Empire State Building. Okay, so I don't know where it is, so I went there. But they said it is $30 to go there. After you climb there, you can see entire New York City. So I was not too much excited, but I was waiting. But somehow, some inner voice, to be honest, like it came and said, "This is the place of Srila Prabhupada." So in spite of, I came here this far, and Srila Prabhupada started his world's first preaching center here. Why shouldn't I go? So I just took a cab and saw it's just 2 miles from there, 2 or 2.5 miles from there. So I went and saw the Matchless. It's around 2:30 in the afternoon. Matchless gift store was closed, like in the second avenue. So then I don't know. So then, there must be Srila Prabhupada stays here. So he used to do kirtan in Tompkins Square Park. So it must be nearby. So I checked in map again. So it was again around half an hour walk from there. So I walked there, and then I was looking for that place where Prabhupada used to do kirtan. So I was roaming almost 45 minutes. I have roamed literally. I was checking count because I need to catch the return train. Almost 45 minutes. I have actually searched. But lastly, lastly, I was almost leaving the home. Somehow, from long distance, I was seeing one saffron walking. Okay, I don't know who is the devotee, but I was literally running to him. And finally, as Maharaj is approaching, I saw Kadamba Maharaj, and I told him, and I explained about where it came from and all. So we were walking. Then I asked Maharaj, actually I was looking for this tree. Where exactly, this tree, where exactly Srila Prabhupada did with them. And Maharaj said, well, we are right under this tree. This is the tree. Okay. And that time, all the IBC codes came in my mind. Because unless you have a living person who explains about, connects you can't, in spite of having Srila Prabhupada there, okay, you can't connect, to this. And then we had a nice association. Maharaj inquired about, where are you, how, all these details. For 1.5 hours, we sat under the tree, and Maharaj explained he was coming from West Virginia that day. The Tamil family, Vrindavan has this disciple, you might know. And then from there, what Maharaj said is, see, this tree we should consider as Kalparusha, because this is the tree which fulfilled the desires of Srila Prabhupada. So he made us to touch the tree, and Maharaj took tree stem part, and he took and gifted to everyone else. He took and put in my chanting bag, and others all one piece of chanting bag. Bless you. So that always I take it as eternal blessings from Maharaj. Okay, thank you, Maharaj. And from there we walked to the 22nd Matchless Gift, and then Maharaj gave lecture. And while going also, it was on Ekadashi. And while going also, Maharaj made sure that you have tried